What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Last video you guys saw us finally get a chance to get the lifted Grand Marquis out onto the trail, the couch crawler, and it did awesome. Aside from a little misfire in the beginning of the day and some little hiccups, we didn't have like any issues with the car. Did great, had a ton of fun. If you haven't seen it, go back, check that other video out. It's definitely worth a watch. The couch crawler is rad. But if you can't tell, we're back on the road today. We're in a hotel here in Sheboygan, Wisconsin, because we are actually on our way to Road America to participate in an autocross event. I will actually be driving in this event, so I'm super excited. This is my first real event that I'll be on track. This is gonna be my first time at Road America, and this will be my first time in the car that I'll be driving this weekend, which I'm very excited about. I'm not gonna say anything about it yet. I'm gonna keep my mouth closed on that till we see it. I'm really excited, so I want this to be as much of a surprise as I can. But this is a car, again, like I said, I've wanted to drive this car for a long time. It's all-wheel drive, makes a lot of power, handles really well, so it should be a ton of fun. And I think this is a really good car. First time out on the track. Yeah, we'll see what kind of fun we can get into. I'm very excited about today. So to prioritize, we need to get to the track at 8 o'clock. Driver's meeting is shortly thereafter. Then we get a chance to check out the car for the first time, which hopefully I'll get to bust the camera out. And I'm actually driving for my company, so we'll see how much I can actually get the camera out and film and what we can see. But I'm very excited. I'll be wearing a GoPro in-car, so we'll at least have the in-car footage. But I'm rambling now. I think I need to get my shit together. I'm gonna run downstairs, get some breakfast. See y'all on Road America.
Generally encourage you to like meander around the track a little bit, like the actual big track, and just see what the hell goes on.
Yeah.
You're gonna be missing out if you only stay right here, trust me.
Well, we made it, if that's not obvious enough. Yeah. Sick. So, this is Road America road course. I just talked to a few people, kind of got an idea for where we need to meet up, what heat I'm in. It looks like we're teching in over there. We're gonna be kind of staging over there, getting the cars ready over there. So hopefully we'll get to check out the car soon. That's the track we're gonna be running on. So there's the autocross course over there. It does look like we got a little bit of time, so maybe we'll walk over here real quick and take a look at the layout. They did say that depending on how the cones are set up, that it might be a slightly different route each time, so I don't exactly know how we're cutting this up. But tell me that's not badass. I love the elevation changes. Looks like there's quite a few like pretty quick and aggressive like hairpins in there, and like some roundabouts. I don't know what the technical term for that would be, but I don't know, that looks sick. I'm very excited to see the layout, get to see like where we're actually racing. And I'm more excited to see this car, but it turns out that they were a little late, so we might not get to check out the car till a little later. So sick. And there she is now. There she is. Oh my fucking God! This is the car we're driving for the week, or for the day. The MAPerformance Evo 10. Man, I don't even have like a ton of words right now. Just excitement. So, to give a little background on the car. Evo 10, It's got all of MAPerformance's bolt-ons, so downpipe, intake, charge piping, intercooler, manifolds, all that jazz. It is a stock turbo car, but it is tuned by Boost in Performance. I'm sure you guys know these guys. Took really good care of the car. I don't know what kind of power it's making right now. There is a video on YouTube if you guys want to watch it. B, the gentleman that drove the car here, told me that it's incredibly well suited. It's got a set of Olin coilovers on it. I don't know the full recipe of the car, but it's pretty simple. Mostly just bolt-on parts, kind of refined with the Evo 10. Yeah, that'll happen today. No script has been rewritten for this car, so I think it should drive pretty easy. Doesn't sound like it's got a super aggressive clutch in it. Factory gearbox, so I don't think I'm gonna be fighting shifts at all or anything like that. I think it'll be pretty straightforward. I don't have a ton of experience with racing or grip driving all-wheel drive. I did own a few 3000 GTs, so hopefully I can glean a little bit out of that, but I have little to no experience with what we're doing today. So first, we're gonna go walk the track. I wanna get an idea for the layout. I wanna get a chance to drive the car kind of light, you know, 3 out of 10, get a chance to learn the drivetrain, get a feel for the clutch, get a feel for the turn-in response and things like that, and then we'll start turning it up as the day goes on. I did pretty much get the okay to just go all out, so hopefully by the end of the day, we'll be pushing it pretty good. Man, and this thing's got an MAPerformance cat back on it, so I'm really excited to hear this thing. So it looks like there's a little bit of confusion. My name somehow missed the registry, so we gotta go take care of that before we do any driving. I gotta get my name put on that list. The car is getting teched right now, but yeah, in the meantime, I gotta figure out this paperwork situation, get all that squared away, because I did not drive all the way out here to not drive. All right, so we're headed off to do the track walk now. I'll go check out the layout. I don't know if they said, I thought I heard somebody say it changed throughout the day. I don't know if that's true or not, but we're gonna go check out at least the first layout of the track, go see what's going on, see how quick it is. Generally with autocross courses, they generally limit your speed just by design of the track. So with it being short straights, a lot of corners, it probably won't be very high speed, but let's go check out the course, see what's going on, and then we'll move on from there. I think after that, we got a couple hours before we actually get in car, but we'll see. All right, drivers meeting complete. It looks like there are 2 runs each. So you'll run the track, park it, or get back in line, run the track, and then we're going back to the box. We gotta move the Evo because we're doing a shared car between me and another employee. So we gotta move that real quick, get to another place to stage the car out of. But other than that, I think the next step is to get in cars. I am in heat 2 and 4. B is in heat 1 and 3, so he'll go run first. We'll get to film the car on track first, and then come heat 2, we'll switch out. I'll get in car. We'll go from there. Composed, very, yes. I see why he did it. Learn the track. That's probably what my first lap's gonna look like too, but well, you have LMP cars driving by. What a wild experience. All right, here we go, in car. First lap, gonna be probably pretty tame. I want to feel the corners out. Mikey rode in the last lap with B, and it looks like the corners are a lot tighter than you perceive them when you're walking it. So we'll go slow for the first lap, feel things out. Second lap, we'll hit it a little harder.
Those are good lines.
Two laps are done. I ran a 57 my first run and a 54 my second run, which pretty good. Shaved some time off between the two runs. Happy with that. The next run, I think I know where I need to improve. I'm coming off the line very, very lethargic. I think I need to come off with a little bit more RPM and just work the clutch a little harder. And I'm noticing I'm entering a little early on some of the corners. I think if I can enter a little later on like 2 or 3 of the corners, I can carry a little bit more speed through the apex and come out a little bit more on target. So that's what my goal is for this next set of runs. I did get a little bit more information on how all this works. So this is just the first heat. B did his lap, first 2 laps. I did my first 2 laps. Then they're gonna finish up the heat. So now B's going for his second 2 laps, and then I'll go in for my second 2 laps when he's done. And then that's the end of heat number 1. And then they'll go on and do some faster cars, do some better drivers. We'll get to watch that. And then after that, then they'll recycle the heats again, and then we'll get to do this again. I think we get to do this a total of 2 times, so it should be a total of 8 laps altogether, which is good for me. 8 laps is plenty of seat time. I'm happy with that. So, but for now, I want to watch B run, see what kind of time he picks up, so I can maybe get some ideas where I can do better. And yeah, got the helmet all nice and stickered up, so we're good to go. All right, back in car for my second set of laps in heat 1. My goal is to do better than a 54. I know where I kind of messed up before. I know the launch needs to be a little better, so I think we're gonna launch it a little higher. And I know that first turn in, I want to try to take a little later and try to come out a little faster. So, and I know I'm lifting before the finish line, but I feel like you don't have that much runoff, so it's like hard to come through there at 60 miles an hour. But we'll see. I'm gonna send it a little harder coming out of it. Hopefully shave off a second or so. If I can get close to a, you know, sub 50, I think I'll be happy. Shaved a second off the last run. We can't go yet. I can't zoom on this camera, but it looks like somebody blew up out there, so we have to clean the track real quick. It means maybe coming through that corner might get a little slippery, so we might have to be a little careful. But I shaved a second off on my 3rd run, which is good. I'm down to a 53. My launch was absolutely horrendous. I've never launched one of these cars before, so we're kind of learning by feel, and that was not the correct way to do it. So I think I'm just gonna launch as easy as I can. B's got to drive this car home, so I really like to not destroy the clutch on him. We'll go a little easier on it, but as soon as I get this car to grab, I'm wide open through that slalom on this next run, because I think I have the grip to make that happen. So we'll see. Nope. All right, I'm done with my second set of laps. I shaved a second off my run, got down to a 53.5, I think, somewhere in there. So I'm super happy with that. Even just shaving a second off feels like a major win for me. So we're gonna kind of reassess. We got a pretty long break. I think they're gonna let the next heat run. So we'll wait for them, get a chance to watch them a little bit, see if I can't pick up some tips of my own. But happy with the time. Very happy with my time. So chill out for a little bit, talk to some of the other drivers, and maybe we'll get a chance to go check out the pits and get a chance to watch some of the LMP cars on the road course, because that bit is very cool. Between the last couple runs, I've been peering over there whenever I can, and there's been some pretty cool stuff on track. But I think we've got about 30 minutes plus before we need to be back on track. So we got the time. Probably not gonna film much of the intermission because I wanna hang out with my friends, but it'll go quick. So I think this is the last heat before our heat comes back up. So let these guys drive it out, and we're getting B back in the car than me. So maybe film some of these, get some pointers, some visual pointers, and see if I can incorporate some of that into my run. So this corner that this guy's about to hit right here is definitely the hardest corner on the track. Problem is that you lose sight of where that track is when you're coming up that like first initial crest there. You lose sight of the corner, so you really have to trust in your brain that the track is there. And I'm still trying to find the right line to approach it, but I think if I can get my launch better and I can take that corner better, I can get myself down to a 50-second lap. But these guys are flying. They definitely seem to have the recipe down, so I'm gonna try to keep an eye on what these guys are doing. Maybe it'll help, maybe it won't, but put the camera down and watch for a little bit, and then I think, like I said, my heat is up after this one. All right, so this is my last heat. I got 2 more laps to go. We're gonna run this one as hard as we can, try to find where we're gonna make all the mistakes, so our last lap we can try to do it perfect. Goals for this lap: I want to hit that first slalom as hard as I possibly can, try to come out of that second hairpin as hard as I can, and try to judge that corner I was talking about a little better, try to take it wider, brake a little later, try to get back on throttle sooner. My biggest issue is fighting the turbo lag. Fall out of boost, takes a little bit to get back in. It is a stock turbo car, so it's pretty quick, but you definitely feel it. See if we can tidy things up, see if we can hit a sub 53, maybe go for that 50. Imagine how much more you would have had if you'd actually not braked before the finish line. rumble strip and it scared the hell out of me.
Go for it.
And just like that, it was the last couple of laps, 50 flat, 3 times in a row. I could not be happier with that. I got my milestone, I hit my goal. My goal was 50 for the day and I did it 3 times. Almost back to back. There was one that was like 51 right in the middle of there, but man, either way, I could not be happier about my performance today. The car did amazing. The car did everything that I expected it to do. So I'm very happy there. We didn't have any issues at all. Nothing broke. You know, the car didn't act up at all. There's some weird stuff. Like I think the car still got a factory clutch. So I'm hoping that next time I get a chance to drive it, they'll be able to get something thrown in there for that so we can launch the thing a little harder. But I don't even know what I'm saying right now. I just had the most fun I think I've ever had in my entire life. I've been smiling for like 2 hours now. But the boys had fun, Gina had fun, everybody got to ride along today, so that was really cool. Luckily there wasn't anybody else that wanted to do ride along, so it's literally just my friends in the car all day. We got a bunch of footage, so I think this video will turn out to be pretty cool. But that's pretty much it. That was the day. That is Road America's autocross course in a nutshell, and from what I get out of it, there's like 1,000 different ways they can set that track up, so it will be different the next time we come around, which I'm really excited about. There's another event coming up here that I'll be working, the Fitment Showcase, so we'll make another video there. If any of you guys watching this are gonna make it out there, please come say what's up. I'd love to meet you guys, love to talk to people, but until then, we're gonna enjoy the rest of the day. We're gonna take it easy. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys liked what you saw, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We'll catch you guys next time.